Hello my friends and welcome back to Kev's Hobby Showcase. I'm of course Kevin. You may have also seen me on Tabletop Jones Productions where John and I are the two idiots playing board games. And today, for today's painting video, it's going to be a little bit different. I do have Battletech units, but it's not going to be a full lance of units. It's actually just going to be like two. So here's what happened. My Kickstarter finally arrived. After waiting about 2 or 3 years, my Kickstarter finally arrived. I've sorted through everything. One of a couple of the things that I had gotten were the packages, the mech packs called Legendary Warriors, and well, one of them didn't have mech for what I'm doing. So what I'm doing is I'm basically going to be painting 2 units for the mercenary company Kell Hounds, which actually I believe was used on Tabletop Jones Productions. I believe the first time we played Battletech, I'm pretty sure that was one of the that was one of the units that we used. So first we have a nice short-range missile tank. I believe it's SM5 Command Unit. I believe it's called. Let me consult my notes. Field Commander, SRM5 Field Commander. Okay, which is this will probably be the right now. This is going to be the only vehicle that I have an actual stats for driver, pilot, whatever you want to call it. And so the next one is going to be one that that I had from before. It was, because like I said, I match them up to names of mech warriors that I've gotten from cards, usually in the Kickstarters. So this is probably from when they did Alpha Strike or maybe even Clan Invasion. I'm not sure. But we got a Timberwolf. That, I mean, as you can see, it is already painted, but I'm going to be priming it and painting over it. This was back when I thought I was going to create my own clan, and then I decided against it. So anyway, just these 2 units are going to be painted. First I'm going to prime them. Of course I'm going to do that off camera. It's actually very windy outside, so it's a good reason for me to do it off camera. And then when I come back, I'm going to start with base coats. For Kell Hounds, the base coat is red. And then you have black, usually from what the pictures I've seen and from what I've already painted before. Black is usually on the legs or the lower extremities. I'm going to have to decide where I want to put that on the tank. I'm not sure yet, but I'll figure it out. And of course I'll be using gunmetal on the weapons, so it's not a lot of colors to use, but we're going to make it look good. Or I'm going to make it look good. Alright, so anyway, so like I said, I'm gonna start priming these, so you stay tuned and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back and those pieces are now primed, and I'm gonna start with the base coat. All right, so I didn't get my device ready. Wow. You know what it is I'm doing right now. I'm doing 2 videos at the same time. I'm doing my cooking video and this one. So yeah, sorry about that. Now I got it. All right, now we can get to it. All right. Oops, and I gotta tighten that a bit. There we go. Okay. Alrighty, so. Oh, I just realized it's very windy outside and I didn't lock my screen door, so you might hear some banging later. Alright, let's start off with the Timberwolf, or Mad Cat as it is also called. I notice a lot of the clan mechs kind of like have 2 names to them. Never understood that. I mean, I really wish I was more up with the lore. But there's only so much I can do as far as like reading and all that. I could probably get more of this stuff on my Kindle. And I did get a couple of ebooks for the with the Kickstarter that I admit I have not read. And I'm sure I have these somewhere. I remember I had bought a 3-book series long time ago. That was part of like the Clan Jade Falcon story. It was a story greatly involving them, and kind of gave an insight as to what life was like amongst the clans of Battletech. Yeah, one of the things that kind of confused me, they had this thing called a batchall, where basically it's like they bid to, like they bid forces to, to get certain missions or certain tasks to complete, and the least amount that they bid guarantees the win of the batchall. And I'm thinking, you're severely undermanning yourself, and for what? I mean, is it ego? I mean, I don't know. I'm sure there'll be those who know the lore better, a lot better than I do, because I admit I really don't know it all that well. But I'm sure they would have a much better explanation. So, for those of you who do, you could put it in the chat, or on this video, or I will be putting the link to my hobby Discord. You can put it in there, try to spark up a conversation. And I will admit, over the last week, I've been very busy. I haven't had a chance to check it. I will check it later today. And I will make more of an effort to check it on a more regular basis. But as of yet, I have not had anybody participate in the Discord. I mean, if you have and I haven't gotten to it yet, I do apologize. I don't mean to call you. I don't mean to say that you're not doing it. But I mean, I will be putting the link to join. To go there, join up on the Discord, and I mean, you could message me directly there if you want, and I will talk to John about creating one for the Tabletop Jones channel as well, and we'll see how well that works. All right, so just trying to get as much of this base coat on as possible. Sometimes with the black primer, it does kind of bleed through a bit, but I think I got it. I think I got it on good enough. Now remember, it's only 2. So this isn't going to be as long as other painting videos that I've had is going to be. So, I don't even know if I worded that right. That's what happens when you think of too many things at once. Okay. Ooh, sorry about that. All right, so I'm going to let that paint dry. And when I come back, it's basically, it's not much with the, not much with the details. It's only 2 more colors, just black. And I choose to use gunmetal on the weapons and on cockpit windows. So so when I come back after this paint dries, that's what I'll be doing. And then I think we all know the drill. Then it's putting on labels, doing the basing, doing the wash, and then it's all finished. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, all right? So let's let that dry, and we'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and that base coat on these 2 units have dried. And we're going to get started with some details, all right? So let's get to it, all right? Okay. Ooh, there we go. All right. So we're going to go with black next. All right, so let's see. Well, first off, so it's the lower extremities, which of course is the legs, but also it's supposed to go on the arms as well. And I'm also going to touch up the the outside of the base, because I know that when I used the red, I did get a little bit of red on the outside. Now, as always, I really try not to get too caught up with perfection, because, as I've said when I've painted these before many, many times, these are weapons of war. And they're going to get dinged up, they're going to get scratched up. They're going to look worn after a while. Alright, so there's that. So what I'm going to do is, because it shows, I have like the other mechs that I've done for this, and I see it right there next to me. So I'm going to use black on these weapons, and then I'm going to use gunmetal on the other ones. Because it does show to use the black for the battlemechs, that is. It shows like legs and arms, like limbs, it says. It said. So that's what I did with those. That's what I shall do with these, with this one. I mean, it's just the one battlemech that I'm painting this time, which, you know, sometimes it's good to do things a little bit different. Because now, with as far as I've gotten with a lot of these, you know, factions, it's going to basically be like more like, yeah, I'm going to be painting reinforcements here and there to fill up a battle force that I have. And for those of you who are watching on Tabletop Jones Productions, basically over there, we are doing a little mini campaign. It's going to be, it is House Davion, which I am using those units, up against the Northwind Highlanders, which is what John is using. So we did the first mission. I mean, it's basically, I mean, depending on how things go, it's going to, so far, I mean, it's going to be 2. Because, I mean, John got the upper hand on the first one. And if he does so again, it's pretty much going to end the scenario I put together. Alright, so here, there's no limbs. So I'm basically, you know, this is a hover tank. So basically a hover tank is like, you know, the bottom is like supposed to be like one ginormous cushion. So on other units, I've painted that gunmetal. This time I'm going to paint it black. And then I'm going to use gunmetal on a lot of the other stuff here. What I am going to do here is these little fins, I'm going to paint these black. And this is purely for aesthetics. Alright, so, oh, and one other thing coming out very soon. Well, maybe not very soon, but the story I was working on, for those of you who watch the Storytime videos, story that I was working on, New Age of Heroes, has been finished and submitted for copyright. Beginning of next month, I will be reading it on the channel, but once the copyright is complete, I will be publishing it on Amazon. Because I have a nice way to self-publish. I've done it before. And I'll do it again. This is, however, though, I would say probably the best thing I have written. I do feel like I've been improving with my writing skills. And for those of you who do check out my book, I hope you agree. Alright, so this Timberwolf, yes, you can see by the base, this was put out when Catalyst Labs was first putting out Battletech units. I think this actually was from the original starter set that Catalyst put out. Okay. The little things right here. I believe that's it, actually. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, so I did gunmetal on the 2 missile racks, and they're supposed to be, I believe these are all supposed to be like energy weapons. So I got that done. Now for the tank. Oops, I hope I didn't just put my finger in something I shouldn't have. Alright, so first we got this nice big gun on the front. I don't know if any of you can hear it, you know, over the camera here, you know, but it's been very, very windy out there. Yeah, here in New York, we had a nice, we had some nice warm weather. Actually got into the 70s. And then it went right back down. So as a cousin of mine, who I don't know if he watches these videos as well, but if he does, I'm going to quote you on this one. He had said, false spring is done and second winter is beginning. Which I thought was pretty funny. Alright, little bit of details here. Very, very little, but I think I got everything here. Alright. And there we go. Okay, so, and I probably got paint all over my fingers, but that's okay. Because as I always say, if you see me and I have paint all over my hands, you know it was a good day. Oop. All right. Oh. Sorry for jostling it that much. All right, so I'm going to let that paint dry. Once it's dry, I'm going to put the labels on off camera, and then I'm going to come back, I'm going to do the base, the wash, and then it's all finished. All right, so stay tuned, and I will be right back. Okay, so the labels are on, paint is dry, and now we're going to go with first it's the basing and then the wash. So let's get to it. All right. Now I looked at the units I have of this already, and they oh, I forgot to take out the brush for the glue. Just give me a sec. Took out everything else. I forgot about that. All right, so I decided to go with grassland because that's pretty much what the other units have. Do the vehicle first, since vehicles tend to not have as much of the terrain on it. Alright, so let's spread this around. Alright. Oops. Oh. I'm surprised that doesn't happen more often, to be honest. Okay. Okay. And now the Timberwolf. Let's... There we go. Oops. Yeah, that does happen more often. Okay, just trying to get the glue into every little nook and cranny that it needs to be in. Okay. Alrighty, let's get that in there. Okay. Alright. Alrighty, so that's that. Hold on a second. Alright. I think I have to start cleaning these things a little bit more thoroughly. Alright, now we do the wash. Let's get the terrain out of the way. Alright, so this one here, so this is from the older models that the Catalyst Labs is putting out. So there aren't as many little nooks and crannies as there are in the newer ones. You know, their models got a lot better with the finer details of the mechs. But I'm gonna put it on and get what we get. All right, not really much to show off there. Now this one. And the fact that it's also, the color is black and red, kind of, that was a little bit of glue right there. It's like, I was just about to say, the color, since the color is black and red, it is a little bit hard for it to show up, but it does show up. All right, and that's it. Got 2 units here. So, here we go. A Timberwolf, and I've been calling this an SRM5, no, it's SM5. SM5 Field Commander Tank. Ready to go for deployment for the Kell Hounds. And that's what I got for today. Hope you enjoyed this. I hope you, I do hope these painting videos, you know, are much to your liking. Please like, subscribe, and share. I'd like to get this, you know, I like to have these videos reach as many people as possible. It's the best way to support me. Also, please go to Tabletop Jones Productions and do the same. Like, subscribe, and share. We do have more videos coming up very soon, and excuse me, it's going to be for the game Battletech. We have been playing in Alpha Strike mode. And as a matter of fact, we should be getting one of the videos out by tomorrow, hopefully. You know, right now I'm doing this video on a Saturday. Tomorrow Sunday. We should be getting that video out tomorrow. So yeah, so there's good, you know, good stuff coming up on there. Also, again, please, I'll have the link for the Discord, for my Discord in the description. Please go there, and you know, if you can, you know, talk hobbies, talk. I mean, I have one for comic books. I have I'll just share the one for the general hobbies. I mean, you know, I'll try to check it as much as I can. At least twice a week, I'll try to check it. You know, and also. You know, just keep a watch out. I'm going to be having. I also do story videos. I'm going to be having another series come out. It's going to be a big one called The New Age of Heroes. I'm going to be self-publishing that also very soon as the copyright is finished. And just, you know, there's a lot of stuff coming. So you know, please, you know, just, you know, look at it all. Support the channel as best you can. And if you are inclined, also go on Patreon. I will have you know, a lot of these videos up there as free content, but I also do have exclusive videos up there, mostly me playing you know, games. But you know, it's stuff that I don't normally do on the Tabletop Jones Productions. So it's the only way you're gonna find it. And yeah, if you can, please do. All right. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you again.